Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How good is your morning today? My morning started kind of late, not at 6 as I usually wake up, a little later because yesterday I went dancing. I'm an Argentine tango dancer and teacher, and nights are hard because if you are dancing all night, waking up in the morning is hard. And maybe you too are struggling with that because lots of people on this page are also tango dancers. So I always calculate 6 hours from the moment I'm in bed, because if you sleep less than 6 hours, it takes a toll on your body. But of course, if you don't have 6 hours, at least count your time in increments of hour and a half, because that's where your body gets a real deep phase of the sleep, and you can actually rest. So hour and a half, or 3 hours, or 4.5, or 6, or 7.5. So some people sleep 7 hours. It's not very easy for your body to wake up because it wakes up in the middle of the cycle. So anyway, I am continuing walking and talking. I am exploring this format because I like to walk and I love to talk, as you can see. But the more I do it, the more I realize that it's not necessarily very structured. So if you open it in the middle, you go like, what? And if you hear me bubbling in the beginning, you go, what? These days, time is very valuable. Always time is valuable. It's the time of your life. So you want to spend it, invest it into something that is clear and concise. So I'm exploring different formats, and maybe next week I'll do something else, more concise and more about particular issues. Today I'm going to talk about relationships, because a relationship, like any ship, needs to sail, and it needs some wind in its sail, or it won't sail. And very often, oh my God, look at this, look who I'm at on the road. Hello, how are you this morning? Okay, so every relationship needs to have something that moves it forward, that's something that inspires it. But we do not see relationship as something that moves us. We see relationship as something that supports, gives us comfort in life. We take love from it. Sometimes we take a pride that we can help other person in a relationship because we think that person is insufficient. So there are many functions that relationship plays for us. And the major function, at least as far as I understand that, is to be a mirror, to be able to see yourself and all facets of who you are in the mirror of somebody else. Why do I say that? Because usually in relationship we look for somebody who gives us something that we don't have. But the truth of the matter is we only get into relationship with the person who has something we have. We find something in common, consciously or unconsciously. And when we find that common thing, we believe that person is just like me, just like me. And now I can absolutely have exactly what I always wanted, which is the part that you do not know. Because everybody who is reflecting you to you has things just like you that are deeply hidden. So those things are very, very attractive. They're deeply hidden. They're attractive because they are like you, but you do not realize that it's like you. So you feel the pull, and when you are together in that relationship, some things come up as a trigger. Some things come up as a sequential to the cause, to whatever you're doing together, or what you're not doing together. And then you realize, wow, I didn't know this person. This person is totally not like me, and I don't want that. So the interesting thing is, if you would not have it within yourself, you probably would not notice it with other person. Usually what you don't know, what you don't experience in your life, you don't pay much attention to. The attention only goes to where the focus was before, or you wouldn't be attentive to it. So every relationship is about personal growth and development. And it's not just personal growth and development, it is also a business development. Because life is a business, and within your life, if there is no structure for your business in your business, you lose it. If there is no structure in your business of life, you lose it as well. Your health goes. And if there is no structure in your relationship, the relationship goes. So the relationship helps you to either sustain your life or destroy your life. I know a lot of people whose relationships are not optimal. I've been married for a long time, so there were times where I didn't know who I am and what I am in that relationship and what my goal in the relationship is. But of course, in the beginning, when you just start meeting people, when you're very young, the goal is very biological. To find a mate, to produce a child, to have a happy life. And as you grow, the next level of relationship opens up to understanding who you are, not just in the family, but also in the world. But if the structure of the family is not completed, meaning you understand your role, you understand your value, you understand what kind of product you are and how to sell it, which means you always learn how to negotiate your position, because in relationship, no matter how different it looks like, we are the same, and we both want freedom of expression, which when we do not express ourselves fully, looks like we want the freedom from the relationship. That's not true. We just need to learn how to negotiate what we want, and for that we need to understand what we want. And then you go to life to express yourself, and if you're unexpressed in your family, for example, whether the family of origin, mother, father, sister, brother, but or also in the family that you've created with your partner, you cannot be expressed at work, because you cannot be one thing in one place and another thing in another place. So this feeling of expression has the opposite, depression. So you either express or depress, you either generate or degenerate. And when that is happening, you limit your expression, not because you no longer have something to express, but because you already in the habit of how you relate to the world of your family, then how you relate to the world of your business, for example, or your career or your job. And then you have children, or at work you have people working under you or at the same level as you or above you. And again, that translates into how we relate to everybody. So to relate, like with everything else, it's to be or not to be. And to understand how to relate is to understand how to be. How do you want to be? What was your dream when you were talking about that with your friends? I dream about this. When I grow up, I will be. When you read children's books, a prince, a princess, a king on a white horse, who did you want to be? Usually around 7, by the time you're 7, you know exactly how you want to be. And then slowly but surely we forget that. So if you go back in memory, what you played with, who you wanted to be, how you wanted to express yourself, and also how sometimes you couldn't do it because of, that creates the whole story of life going forward. Because before you're 7, you live in the quality of the relationship of your parents through the mother. And between 7 and 14, you live in the quality of the relationship that father produces with his energy, but the mother energy is still there. So if there is a conflict in action, mother says one thing and father does something else, of course you then have a conflict of how people should relate. Then there is a gender agenda, of course, because we're part of the nature, and the nature made it so that most of the men, not every man, because we are all different, have a stronger body, and the body built with the wide shoulders to put things on those shoulders, like Atlantis, that are holding earth on their shoulders. And women, most of the women, not every woman, have a different body, the body that is more smaller here and a little bigger at the bottom, to create, to hold. It's like a nest for the new life, but also it's the nest for creativity, because creativity on earth is a material thing. And so the stronger you're connected to earth elements and to earth energy, the better creation would be. Sometimes it happens we're not very much connected to earth in terms of how do I bring my intention into a physical creation, and then we do not have an ability to bring it into the physical realm, and we become dreamers. Also very wonderful, because with our dreams we inspire other people. But coming together, the masculine and feminine energy create a perfect condition, a perfect union for the new soul to come into the earth through the spark of their imagination and spark of their desire and spark of their intention, and God's spark of the electricity that permeates all beings. And once we are together with other people, we are born into the other people environment, that spark starts growing, learning how to spark, and sometimes we lose the spark because people around us do not like our spark. They like their spark a little better. When you're born on a particular date, and that date regulates how you are from the birth. What is your birthright, your birth potential, your birth powers. And it also shows how the masculine and feminine energy within you work. Because without understanding how those two energies move through you, you would never understand your relationship. You would be always feeling that you are not enough, or you're too much. But a particular way the masculine and feminine energy is moving through you creates a perfect way, a particular perfect way for your soul to experience relationship. So there are a few platforms from which you can relate within yourself, of course, because you have both masculine and feminine, and in the world. And when I say masculine and feminine, again, it doesn't mean man and woman. It means the energy that is predominantly visible, that you can experience with people. And we can be out of balance, we can be in balance, or we can lack energy. And so these energies of masculine and feminine can be somewhat shifted, so you are not necessarily clear on how to act, how to be, and your life experiences will reflect that, will bring people to you that will amplify your strong sides, also will amplify your weak side. Why? Because in the mirror of that relationship, you will be able to learn what do you need as a competency, what are you lacking because of where you were born, how you were born, when you were born, who you interacted with. Some competency might not be your strong suit, but in the future relationships, you will gain those competencies. Because we all are born with the set of competencies, with the set of strong and weak sides of us, But throughout the life, we expand and we find how we could be more expressed, more creative with what we have, and creating relationships that challenge us to grow, to be more complete, which is whole and complete. You probably heard that. I'm whole and complete. Sometimes we do it through other people, but whole and complete means you do not need anybody to give you anything. You are whole and complete just because you've learned things in life, and now you are self-sustainable, and you are life expressed through this physical body, this physical moment in time, geography, biography, all that you have, but expressed in a way that is interesting and attractive for you, so you don't need to run anywhere else. And at the same time, you become interesting and attractive for other people, because in that moment, people that need, want, enjoy to be in your space are magically attracted. So relationship, ideal relationship, nothing is ideal or perfect, of course, but the ideal relationship is a relationship of cooperation, collaboration, not codependency. It's more of an interdependency, because we live in the physical world and we are collective beings. So when two independent people come together, they cannot remain independent, but the choices are to be dependent, codependent, or cooperative, interdependent. So if you have those relationships, those platforms in your life, let's say you're absolutely independent at home, which means you have your opinion and your action and your plans and your life, and your second half, that we call it, is not your second half. It's number one in his life, doing whatever he needs to do. You could feel as if you are on a boxing ring, and everybody has their own corner, and once in a while you come together in the middle, and instead of finding the middle as a union space, the space to enjoy, you find that middle like a punch bag spot, because at this point you are so independent in your ideas and thinking, and how important it is for you to be right, and what you think is right, and you punch other person with this, and we all do it. I've done it too many times, and that is okay, because the more you punch, the more punches you get back, and at some point you understand it's useless and it's painful. So when you are on that independence platform, you believe that because you're strong and in control and know better, you are not only saving yourself, you're always saving other people. And as you're saving them, you think that you are taking care of them. Not really, because nobody needs to be taken care of. Everybody wants to be loved. So imagine there is somebody on the bed, hospital bed, and they need to be taken care of day in, day out. I'm making an extreme example. So they are not capable of taking care of themselves. They are ignorant about the right thing to do, and they don't even ask for help, right? And that looks like a relationship. Our spouses don't ask for help most of the times, but we think they do need help. And so imagine that kind of person that is absolutely incapable or capable of just a little, and you feel like you're powerful and smart and strong and with an integrity, and you can save that person. So as a savior, you come to the poor little darling, the victim that is suffering, and you start taking care of that person. But you don't know why this person is there. Some people go to the hospital to save themselves from their environment, to save themselves from the pressure of other people, or from the need to relate to somebody, or to need to work, or to need to withstand some circumstances. And by the way, I had that. I had a relationship with my family at the time I was pregnant that I couldn't sustain. I just felt that that's not gonna be good, okay, for me and my child. So I ran to the hospital a month before the child would be born. So for me, living in the hospital at that moment was much easier than being with my family. So if somebody would come and take care of me and explain that I should come back and inspire me to suffer more but be with the family, that probably would not end up in a healthy child or in a healthy me. So we never know the reasons why a person is not taking an action. We don't know the goals. Many times we don't know what this person wants, what that person's soul wants. Soul meaning mental emotional system in the physical body, the spark of God in the spiritual body, in the etheric body, come together here to do something on earth, to learn something, to produce something. And everybody has the birthday that tells you what it is. So let's say you came here to care and save, but the better name for it is to be in relationship and understand relationship through diplomacy, through paying attention, through listening, and through hearing. But we don't listen, and if we listen, we don't hear, and therefore we hear ourselves. And in our mind, our birthday, the consciousness number, is playing. And let's say in my mind, like I told you yesterday, number 7 is about up and go, fast, 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 often without planning. So imagine me coming to save that person from the hospital bed. You should get up, you should move up and forward, and if you don't, you might even die on this bed. And the person's goal is to die on that bed because they don't want to go anywhere else. So I'm not saying that we should leave people in their low state condition. What I'm saying, you can come there and you can bring your love. You can bring your understanding. You can bring your ear. And maybe for the first time, that person will be heard. And maybe for the first time, they will feel that they matter. And when they matter, when they are heard, they want to live. They want to come back to life. The reason people don't do things is because they are in disagreement with what you're offering, or disagreement of themselves, or disagreement with life, which is even worse. So if you want to care for people, if you love them enough to care for them, love them even more, to let them figure their life out. We have 3 fears in life. Fear of death. What if I die, my people die, my family die, my country dies, my, environment dies. It's all the fear of death, the fear of losing money. What if I don't have money to feed my kids, to feed myself, to pay the mortgage, to travel, to sustain my life, to take care of my family? All of this is the fear of losing money. And what's interesting is the fear of losing time. The fear of losing time is so subtle, you don't really pay attention. But that's when we do things out of sequence because we're in a hurry. Losing time only happens when you're not here to listen, when you're not here to be aware. We talked about it yesterday, so you can listen if you didn't hear it. How to be present, how to be in charge of yourself, which means to be charged by the moment. Because in a moment, the energy for that moment is always available, and your body only takes as much energy as it needs for this moment to take charge from your environment and to do something for your goal. But if you don't have a goal, I don't know what I want, I don't really know who I want to be, I'm not even sure where I'm going, I'm just scared. That state is actually the state of losing time. This fear of losing time creates a projection. You start thinking, you start making up stories of how it's going to be without really knowing 100%. And as soon as you get it, in your story, your hormones, your chemicals start raging through the body, getting you ready for the action. But since the problem is not here yet, it's just the beginning of the story, and the rest of the story you made up, your actions are not clear because you don't know exactly what's going on. So you can only have energy for action. My website, energyforaction.com. So only have energy for action in the moment when this energy is required. Similarly, if you have one project per day, you have energy for one project, one child, one husband, one work. If you have more than that, you get more energy. Why? Because you start allocating energy for different things. If you are in a system of understanding that you have time for everything, you just need to organize your time in a way that is useful for you. The time can only be organized according to tasks. So if your head is like mine, 1 minute is in, the other minute is out, write it down. Just write it down and then prioritize. Priority is a funny thing. You can only have one priority, one. You cannot have 5 priorities. But you have things that are urgent and important. Those are your priorities for real. And you can have maybe 3, but I wouldn't suggest more than that because it's overwhelming. And you don't have to set priorities for 5 years. Priority could be for this minute, or for this hour, or for this day, or for this month, or for this week. So you can always change that. Do not put 5 things or 25 things into your priority list for one day. You can have a longer list, and you can make numbers. Number 1 is my priority for today. And then tomorrow, you open that list and you do the next priority. But if you have many priorities for your day, you lose your energy because your mind looks at it, and for your mind it's already done. And it doesn't want to do it because we create stories, unconscious story, and the mind is very fast. It might not be fast in accomplishing stuff, but it's very fast in looking how much work it will take and creating a story about that as well. So you get tired before you get tired, and that's why things might not be happening. And again, we all do it. I do it too. I make a list of priorities, and then I look at that list and like, oh my God, tomorrow. But if you put one thing on your list, only one, and you have another notebook with the rest of it, but for this one day, yesterday in the dollar store, I bought a plastic board, white plastic board, and it's easy to write one priority. Once it's done, you erase it, you go, yay! It's off my list, it's out of my mind. And then you start new thing on that same board, because life is happening in every moment, and every moment is a new moment. The moment you can have energy for your action, or the moment you don't have energy for your action. And if you don't have energy, writing priority is absolutely useless. What's useful is identifying one important thing and making it your priority. So relationship is a priority. God does not give you money. You can pray and you can do affirmations and you can jump up and down 5 times and look different places 7 times and do all other modalities. And at the end, that will make you believe, magical thinking, that money is coming, money is coming, money is coming. And I work with clients, especially business people. I have coaching practice and personal development and business growth. So people go, money is coming. I know money is coming. Of course. First of all, money don't have legs. So I don't know, maybe. But secondly, money is coming is kind of in the future. So if you want to live in your future, waiting for the money is coming, you might understand that as money is there. No, money is coming in your imagination, in your language. You put a spell on yourself. And money is coming is a relationship with money, which is in the future. It's never here. The relationship with money and relationship with people is the moment by moment creation, creative relationship with the universe. God sends you people randomly, but not so randomly. You meet people, you hear somebody say something, you switch on something and it's there for you. You look around and you see a symbol on the road. Like today, in the beginning of the video, I saw the river lobster He has no business being on the road where I am. He needs to be in this here, where we have some sort of river swamp combination. But he's getting out of his comfort zone, looking for connection, maybe. Looking for somebody to meet and to do something different, like walking on the road. And he found me. Great. I put him on a video. I don't know if it happened or not. But now he's a star. He's a star on that broadcast. He's been on my broadcast that some people are watching now, some people will be watching later. So my intention for everybody who's watching it now and later, understand that simple things in life are symbols and numbers and pictures that talk to you. And this is the energy talking to you. The omniscient energy, some people call God, some people call universe, some people call cosmic mother. It's not important. What's important, it's the subtle field that we do not register as something real until it's real. For some people it happens earlier. For some people it happens through the crisis, when they're on their knees and they understand material world is not helping anymore. No matter what they do in their head, it doesn't come out in the reality. They go to ality. All there is, ality. The energy that is not redone, restructured, explained by anybody, whether it's religion or other restructuring. You go and you see that there is no help, but there is a help in surrender. You're not surrendering to anything but the fact that you don't know. And when you don't know, God does not send you knowledge necessarily. Some people get it through the channel like I do. That's why I can talk hours by hours, and there was always will be something to talk. You can open the same channel if you start talking and listening to yourself. Sometimes I listen to my broadcast to gain the knowledge of what was said. Sometimes I listen to it and make a masterclass out of it, or a group gathering, or a study, or a book, or a mark cards. Metaphorical cards. These are all on Amazon. If you're interested, there is a lot of information that I've already packaged in books and metaphorical cards that will help you make better choices in life. But for this moment, it's not important. What's important is that you have your own book of life. And as you look around, this book of life is being written for you. Every sound, every challenge, everything you see in color and in shape, all life and all not life, has a meaning. So if you are able to focus on that meaning by asking your question, what is it for me? What can I do to understand deeper what that symbol is about? How can I do something that benefits my development, my understanding of life, my understanding of my business of life, and my understanding of the business and my business of life? At that moment, you gain a deeper meaning of everything around you, because universe talking all the time through everything. We're not listening. So the relationship in your family, in your business, starts with relationship to this. We are physical elements, and being in a physical element makes us stronger. And the physical element of relationship also makes us stronger. But I would suggest not to go on a boxer ring and try to punch each other with your opinions. Build a relationship by listening. And after you're listening, you need to hear it. And hearing is an inner process. Whatever I might say here might register or not, but it got into you if you're listening. From that point on, it travels through your body. It's an energy. Every word is an energy and information. It's a vibration. And as it comes through your body, it creates a relationship with the energy and information in your body. So if you're low in your energy, what I say will go shoo. If you're higher in your energy, you would go, what does it mean for me? How is it reflected in my life, in my business? And if you're high energy, you go, yeah, she's right. I need to get and go. Oh my God, I have to talk to my husband or to my wife in a different way. By the way, there is a nonviolent communication videos on YouTube, and you can learn that we are communicating with the intention of love and care, but it looks like we're biting each other. We're all guilty of it, me too, because sometimes the energy is so high, and we are predators. You know, predators look forward. They see the prey. And prey eyes are here because they look for the predator. Oh my God, where is it coming? Where is it coming? Where is it coming? So what I said right now applies to your business and business of life and relationship. Who are you? A predator? Are you a prey? Who's coming? Who's gonna punch me? Actually, because we are human beings, we can do both. For example, birds can only look like this. You've seen the birds doing that? Because they cannot have that kind of vision. And insects have 360. They have eyes like a bulb, and it's rotating inside. So the crab that I've met, or lobster, they have different kind of vision. It's like this, and it's rotating. So, but we can do it by intention. We can really pay attention to our intention. And in order to do that, you need to have an intention. So if your intention is to have money, so your family will survive, and then you will feel good, you can start from the end result, which is an intention. The end result, my family is great and I feel great, and therefore it will survive, because I will bring to that relationship the whole of me, not just my head separated from the rest of my body, not just my body separated from my head, because some people do make decisions with the body, but I will bring my whole being, including my ears, and I will listen with the ears of the prey. The ears of the prey is the ears that are more compassionate, because they're not about killing anything. They're about eating some grass and find where the grass is greener. So listening with the ears of prey to see who is talking, what are they talking about, how it is about me, how safe it is for me, how loving it is for me. And if it's not, then you use your authority. Authority comes from the throat, from your ability to produce words. From your mind, how can I understand, analyze, bring into words what I feel, what I hear, and express the need that you have. I need to, 1, 2, 3. And notice who is listening. If your partner is not listening with the ears of prey and listening with the ears of predator, I'm gonna hunt you down and I'm gonna make you do what I think is right, and you will be doing it for me so I can feel better, then you can understand that conversation is absolutely useless. So if you want to create useful, meaningful conversations with the goal and priority in my life is people, not just in the family, but also in the business, everywhere. The priority of my life is people, because God sent you people so you can expand your relationships to the world. Find the new clients, find the new opportunities, find new ideas for the business, be paid for your efforts, because money comes from people, not from God. Then you don't need to affirm, I'm strong and I know what I'm doing, because those affirmations will not help in this particular case. You can really start noticing what kind of ears are growing. Is it prey ears or predator ears? Am I only looking forward and I'm running to the goal that is not even clear to me? Or am I looking around, looking for opportunities? And those opportunities are for me 100%, while it's 100% for the others. Which means if I make somebody do something and they do it, it's for me. If I listen and I understand the needs of the other person, that person feels being taken care of. So if you're really caring, it's not about telling or giving them advice. It's more about sharing with the prey ears and with the prey attitude that I'm not after you, I'm not after anything, I'm only here to be in the moment, see around, look around, and find opportunities in which we can connect in the more peaceful, more relaxed way. When that level of relaxation happens, you do not need any more comfort. You don't need more money, more rooms in your house, more cars in your garage, more people in your business, more businesses, or more money in your account. Because all of that is to buy comfort. At that level of understanding, you get comfortable because your soul dwells in your body. Your body dwells in everything else. So if your body and soul are not in communion, if your soul wants one thing and the body wants another thing, and your mind tells you another thing, and your spirit is pushing you forward without your mind setting the goal, discomfort in your body will register as your body being out of whack, your hormones being out of whack, then your relationship will be out of whack, then your business will be out of whack. And to repair it, you cannot start with repairing the business, unfortunately. Even the business of your life cannot be repaired if you start repairing the business of your life. If you start calculating money in your account where there is no money, if you start even calculating people in your relationship, why people are not helping, why I'm alone, why I don't have a family, is not going to help to go on the dating side and try to find a partner. Why? Because there is no harmony in the main household, which is you and your spirit, your soul, your thinking, your mental, emotional state is out of your body. You're having out-of-body experience. So ungrounded out-of-body experience is only fun for a couple minutes. I've been in out-of-body experiences 2 times in my life. And one time, one of my clients went out of body. Oi, oi, oi. It's hard to bring a person back if they don't want to live. It's really hard. So first, you need to understand the first and foremost goal is for me to live. If I am okay, if I am alive, if my life has a goal to be life-worthy, if I create a system in which I totally in joy, in spirit, inspired and joyful, at that moment, my body stops protecting me from the world, stops creating bigger body, for example, so I don't feel all the pain of the world. My body starts moving faster because there is a goal and I understand where to go. And we are very dynamic being. We start walking pretty fast. Some people walk with the help of the mother or the father hand, but we start walking out of the human life that is like 90, 180 years, whatever it is. Only 1 year it takes for us to start moving. Some people do it much faster. Those are fast people. So if they got stuck, they only got stuck because they don't know where to go. And the first place you go is relationship to yourself. First find yourself. Then find your match in the world. I wrote a book called The Ultimate Love Affair. Very useful book. Some of you have it. I know you purchased it. It's an Amazon. Kindle version is like $5. Maybe you can enjoy that too. But it's not even about the book. It's about the book of life. So if you are in your life, you are also a scriber of your book of life. So what are you writing every moment, every day? With what energy are you writing your book of life? Matters, because those are the pages you will look back and regret, or you look back and say, wow, I've done that too. And that's how it was. And this is how I could. And this is what I've done. And that was also very strong of me. And I did not give up on my life. And I took all the lessons from it and all the relationships I've built because I needed that lesson. And God gave it to me because universe is listening to my intentions, conscious and unconscious, and always gives me exactly what I need. So if I gotten something that got destroyed, maybe it's exactly what I wanted unconsciously. When I got something I didn't want and it grew, maybe that was exactly what I needed to have it in my life so I can learn some other things and become stronger, because every step of our life is getting ready for getting ready, for getting ready and getting ready, and getting ready for something else. And every time you get ready with the energy of enthusiasm and, most importantly, interest, it's very interesting. Why is it so for me? What does it mean for me? What's the meaning of this and that? So the more interest, the more surprise you have in your life, even if you think it's a bad surprise, it's still a surprise. It expands your thinking. It allows you to become stronger in your contemplation, in your analysis, in your relationships, in setting goals, and in getting material results out of them. That scribe who's writing in your life book, it's time to contemplate who's that scribe. What kind of energy do you need to infuse that scribe with? And infusion of energy, like I said, happens well if you become interested in something. Interesting. Why am I doing this? And what kind of result I am expecting? Because sometimes we do things automatically, and that doesn't bring a result we are hoping for. Because hope is very, very weak. I hope tomorrow I will wake up, and I hope I will poop tomorrow. It doesn't sound very promising, but it is my goal to wake up. I've set up the alarm because sometimes I can oversleep. Most of the times I wake up anyway, but it's good to have an alarm. I plan my day with a priority. Priority is one thing I can definitely do today that will change my life and change. If I apply this, I will get a great material result. I'm not looking into the future with the eyes of the predator. I'm gonna get it, because I don't know if that's for me or not. I am looking into the future with the eyes of a dreamer. Wouldn't that be wonderful? That would be a big surprise if I actually accomplish it. It's interesting. Can I really do it? Can it be better? Interesting. What am I capable of? It's interesting if I got it. It's interesting what kind of energy I have, because my energy reflects everywhere, including my partners in work, in business, in relationship with children and husband. So whatever, or wife, I'm a woman, so yeah, talking about me. So looking around, I check with the eyes of prayer. Interesting. What is it about me that I hear, not just listen? That I hear, not just listen. I hear it in my body. How do you hear it in your body? Because eyes are to see, ears are to listen. You hear with the body. Your whole body listens, because words are vibrations. And when people say it, you can feel comfortable or uncomfortable, good or bad, happy or unhappy, fair, not fair, right in your body. Everybody has their own way of hearing. It's also in your birthday. I'm doing strategic sessions for people who are interested in understanding what my birthday and date as a whole is about. So if you're interested, write me directly, because it's hard to find your requests in the comments. Write me directly if you want strategic session. So, and those sessions are mini sessions, short and free, complimentary. If you want the full session, we can also set up the full time for you, during which I can analyze not only you, but also your children and your husbands and your wives and your businesses and everything else in terms of what kind of energy. And for Russian-speaking friends of mine, I have a friend who is also doing it. I can do it in English and in Russian, but she's only do it in Russian. But she's a very great coach. I'm gonna leave her information. She's doing free strategic sessions as well, and her sessions might be longer than mine. Her free sessions, and that's extremely beneficial for you. So anyway, you are listening through your ears, you're hearing it with your body, and you respond not as a predator, you respond as a human being. Because human being can bring it all together, could analyze it, and look for relationship that will help to accomplish the goal. Very often information comes to us, we build a goal based on information. The information comes, new goal. New information, new goal. Next information, next goal. And often it creates a lot of dissatisfaction in life and feels overwhelming. The information comes, I look at that information and I ask that question, what is it for me? Is it mine to do and to create? Is it mine to share? Is it not mine to do anything with? Is it just for me to notice something about myself and do it for myself? Is it something I need to sleep on? You don't hurry into action, because getting information as a goal creates unsustainable action. You think about it, you get the knowledge about it, you analyze it, and you learn about it. Because your mind can only analyze so much based on what you already know, based on the fears you experience, based on experience you had in life. Knowledge, these days you have gazillions of different sources of knowledge. Knowledge comes from people, knowledgeable people. Check your sources. ChatGPT, check your sources. Sometimes it's also lies or delivers incorrect information. Google, same thing. So better to work with professional. Professional saves you time. Remember, we talked about fear of losing time in the beginning, fear of losing money, and fear of losing life. So if you work with not the right professional, or for example, you have leakage in your plumbing and you call electrician for it, it could be a great electrician, you will still have a leakage. So you find a professional that matches your need, that matches what you need to know. And instead of thinking, oh, and I will waste my time and money with the professional, calculate how much time and money you will lose if you do it by yourself 25 times and then call professional, because by then the whole area where the leakages will be destroyed. Lots of clients come to me in that level because I'm a crisis manager. I can manage crisis, save your business from complete destruction. But you need to not just listen, you need to hear. And you need to find in your body what that information is about. And what knowledge am I missing in order to act? I'm not ready to act yet. And if I'm missing something, I'm looking for relationship. Who is the person who can help me accomplish my goal? Who is the person who can talk to me in a way that I can hear it, not just listen? Who is the person who can support me, hold my hand in the area that I don't know? And you find professional. I'm not talking about me. I'm a great professional. I have 2 degrees of education. I have 2 coaching schools. I constantly upgrade my education. I'm a bioresonance practitioner. I studied holographic memory resolution. I studied matrix energetics. I've been master in Jinkies. I've been master everywhere. You name it, I have it. Just because I'm a cosmic person, my birth date is 7. Right now, I'm going to Istanbul, study Syucai. Digital coaching based on the numbers. But I already studied numerology, tarot numerology, tarot, archetypes, storytelling, everything you can imagine and I can understand as something useful. Tony Robbins coaching, you name it, I've been there. So I'm a great professional and I'm a good intuitive, great intuitive, actually understand much more than I can even understand that I understand. But I'm not talking about me right now. I did a little infomercial, didn't I? Yeah, sorry. So anyway, but if I don't tell you who I am, how would you know? Some of you are on my page forever and you don't know who I am. You just connected because you saw something interesting. You need to find a professional, not just manager of your crisis like I am, not just a psychologist or a teacher or a structurer, which probably I can do, but a person who can answer particular questions in particular area that creates destruction and lacks the system in your life. And when you do, everything comes into focus. Believe it or not, professionals do save time and money, no matter how much they charge. Even if it's a highly paid professional, I don't know, people take $10,000 to give you a consultation on a legal matter, for example. You pay $10,000 because it will save you $100,000. And Some people charge $5 for their services. And maybe on that day and this moment when you hear me, these are the people who need to go, because I lack energy and therefore I lack money, and therefore I'll go to a low quality professional that charges $5, or I go to high quality professional. It's just a professional in one area, for example, to sell you an ice cream and bring your energy up, because it's a happy moment for you. So you get the $5 worth of ice cream, preferably very good quality, and your energy is up. So the choices are yours. There are abundant choices in life, and I not hope, but I know that if you're listening to that, it meant to be for you. Please hear it. Please listen again if you didn't hear it all. If you think somebody could benefit from it, share, please. Comment, let me know what's important for you. Let me know if you are scared of losing time, money, or your life, and maybe I can help you out with that. Most importantly, hear yourself. Everything within your body is telling you something about you, not about other person. About you, not about other business. About you, not about other things in life. So if in that moment you experience something, what is it about me? Did I take care of myself before I took care of others? Did I find the basic needs, if I'm scared for my life, satisfied? And the basic needs are love and connection, variety of life, being significant for yourself, listening to yourself, hearing yourself, personally grow all the time, contributing to the world, and creating safety and security for me. Other people have a task to create safety and security for themselves, even if they're children. So if you're always taking care of other people, whether it's adults or children, you're not letting them learn how to be safe and secure. And if you're so scared for your life and something happens to you, who will take care of them? So the best way we can relate to people is to let them grow, experience love and connection from the universe, from the people around them, including you. Not care, but love and connection. I connect, I hear. I am here for you. I am present with my energy field of peace and quiet within myself. And I'm letting you figure out your stuff. And if you can't, the consequences will come, of course. Money also will come or won't. It's not necessarily true, but things are sequential. If you do things toward your goal, you might move toward your goal. And if you are scared to lose your money, that means you are not expanded enough to understand that money is the product of you. It's an extension of you, and you can make money. If you're scared of losing relationship, expand to the idea that losing relationship is optional. You can be together, be present to each other, and then you're not going to be lost and you're not going to lose anybody else. But if you are in the forest, standing to each other, looking to different directions, you might think that you're all alone in this forest, and then you need to take care of the whole forest in order to find somebody who will save you. But if you turn around and look with the eyes of pray, you will notice the people are there for you already. And listening to them, you might learn a thing or two for yourself. Have a blessed day. I don't know how long I walk and talk today. It just happened. And I just feel that some of you already overloaded. But my number 7 of my birth is the channel. So whatever comes to me, meant to be for you. And right now I feel completed. And if you feel completed, bring it into your day. Have that in your day. The new knowledge integrated with your actions and with your understanding and your satisfactions in life. And if you are not complete, write me, we'll complete it. I am not structured yet. I don't know why am I doing it. I was just called to do it. So this week I'm doing this. Maybe next week I'm going to do something else. Today is a wonderful day, 8 in my personal calendar, which means work, create opportunity for yourself and others. Do not lay down and dream about things that do not seem to be real. Do something real. 8 is about doing something real, doing something now, not going into the future or to the past. And if you are born on 8 of any month, 8 or 17th or 26, or yeah, I think that's it, you are one of these people who are living in the energy of 8. And energy of 8 is work, 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 work. And bringing material result will be inevitable. The material result could be devastating or it could be enriching, depending on what kind of goal you set, what kind of people you gathered around yourself. If they are on the same wavelengths, if they're on the same energy, you will have a great result. If your energies are disagreeing with each other, the result will be devastating. So maybe next time we'll talk about how you take that relationship idea and bring it into your business, so you create a team of like-minded people with like-minded goal, with like-minded energy, so you could be amplified in your life. But for now, start with yourself. Who am I? Who did I want to be when I was a young child? If it didn't happen, why? What can I do to be who I want to be? How my idea of who I want to be changed? And if it changed, why? What do I really want? Write a few sentences about it. And through writing to yourself, you will talk to yourself. You will be able to listen through your eyes, see what's written. Do not limit yourself. Once you've written it, you will be absolutely astonished, surprised. And that is a great energy to start your day with. Have a blessed day. Enjoy. And look at the blue sky. Because that is the energy that always charges you. Wherever you are, or just take a beautiful photo from the past, look at the blue sky. Resets your mind. Love you, love you. I do love you.